Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
And I'm Maurice Dubois. He campaigned on a pledge to be the most transparent mayor ever.
But we have found that he repeatedly picks and chooses what to address and when. Today, CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer refused to take no for an answer.
And she got into it with the mayor's press secretary, and she is here to tell us what happened next. Marcia.
Well, Maurice and Christine, I've covered a lot of mayors in my time, from Ed Koch, who answered reporters' questions as many as, get this, 6 times a day, to Mike Bloomberg, who did it 3 or 4 times a week. I don't ever recall a mayor who said, today I'm only taking on-topic questions, end quote. This is Mayor de Blasio. Tomorrow we'll be taking other types of topics. But that's Bill de Blasio's New York, and his press secretary is vehemently defending the practice. He vowed to be the most transparent mayor in the history of life.
He is being transparent.
When he takes questions once a week?
The definition of transparent is not when a reporter decides he or she wants to ask a question, the mayor must stop and answer that question. That does not equal transparency.
I went to City Hall today to ask Mayor de Blasio legitimate questions. I was curious about a homeless encampment in Soho and about his decision to limit questions to pre-approved topics at some of his press conferences. This was his press conference on Monday on fire safety.
We're going to be taking questions on the topics we discussed today. Tomorrow we'll be talking about other types of topics.
Since the mayor had a public bill signing on his public schedule, I thought it was a legitimate place to ask a question, right? Wrong. After I entered the Blue Room where he does his events, I was confronted by his press secretary, who made it a point to sit next to me and told me talking to the mayor was verboten.
We're not taking questions in here today.
I tried anyway, waiting until after the mayor was done with his bill signings. Mr. Mayor, a question about the Soho homeless encampment. Mr. Mayor, will you answer a question? What about transparency, Mr. Mayor? Frustration with the mayor's desire to duck questions, some would call it micromanaging his message, has boiled over among the City Hall reporters who cover him. As I was talking to Karen Hinton, they joined in, asking the same questions I was asking. Iona College professor Jeannie Zeno says mayors have a public obligation to answer reporters' questions.
It's, beyond mind-blowing to imagine what they're waiting for to realize that they can't hide in City Hall. They have to be open and accessible to the people, and quite frankly, the people's representatives in the press.
How many times did he have a general press conference where he took off-topic questions this week? How many times? You're not answering the question.
Different venues.
How many times is he taking
a
questions?
Conference on Tuesday today.
Is he doing any other availability where he's taking general questions this week?
He's going to Puerto Rico tomorrow to do the healthcare rally. He'll be having an avail in Puerto Rico tomorrow.
Well, mayoral aides think his press tactic is allowing him to control his message. Iona College professor Jeannie Zeno says that what may be happening is his message isn't getting out, which may be why his approval rating in a recent poll was just 38%. And there's more at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you, Marcia. And by the way, to see Marcia's entire exchange with the mayor's press secretary as she tries to get some answers, go to our website, cbsnewyork.com.